Hey everyone, today we will be discussing Powell's model for developing curriculum. The presenters, Minamichi Labrado, Eliza May P. Jimeno, Ever D. Castañeda, Kerubin Joyce B. Isla, and Brian D. Melano. Our professor, Dr. Maria Teresa P. Pelones. What you're in for? Know the origin of Powell's model for developing curriculum? Define Powell's model for developing curriculum. Identify the different parts of Powell's models for developing curriculum. Discuss the importance of Powell's model in the Philippine curriculum. Who is Dr. Greg Tabius Pawellan? He is a graduate of Doctor of Philosophy Education from the University of the Philippines in Diliman, major in Curriculum Studies, in which he has earned the award the Most Outstanding Research for his dissertation, Model for Developing Curriculum Standards for Preschool Teacher Education. He is currently the Education Consultant, Frex Publishing Company, and Harris Memorial College. Chief Coordination and Governance Division, Office for Institutional Quality Assurance and Governance, Commission on Higher Education. An Associate Professor on Curriculum Studies, area in the College of Education, University of the Philippines, Diliman. Curriculum sources are general factors that influence or affect curriculum, help develop in the decision-making in the macro level. Two levels of curriculum development. Macro level includes the general or overall process of the curriculum development. Micro level focuses on specific phase or phases or in a specific context like school-based curriculum development.
There are three curriculum sources in the model. These are learners, society, and discipline. The first one, we have the learner. As a curriculum sources is very important, knowing their interest, needs, learning style, thinking style, culture, socioeconomic status, gender, and other variables are significant with data in developing curriculum. Understanding the nature of the learners is helpful for curriculum workers in making appropriate choices and curriculum decision making. The second one, we have society. It is also considered as the source of curriculum. Knowledge about the society, context in which the curriculum will be implemented, cultural values, belief, attitude, political and economic system, and the physical environment directly or indirectly affect curriculum development because the learners are an integral part of the society. And the last one is understanding the nature of discipline. It is also essential in the curriculum development. It can provide data for making decisions as to what content should be included in the curriculum and how to organize the content of the curriculum.
We have here curriculum influences, our specific factors that affect the development of the curriculum and decision-making in the micro level. The idea of the curriculum influences was adopted from the model of Stark and Latuca in 1997. Accordingly, this curriculum influence can be grouped into three. We have external, internal, and organizational. We have external influences, which are social factors that directly influence curriculum decision-making. These factors are society, market demand, government, and disciplinary. And the second one is the internal factor, are those that are related to the school like member, student discipline, and program mission. And the last one is the organizational influences, are school factor but they are more concerned with the governance of the support system like school resources, leadership, governance, and program relation. And by the nature, curriculum sources and influences serve as the basis for selecting and making decisions about various elements of curriculum, content learning, experience, and evaluation.
And we have here the processes for developing the curriculum under Powell's model. The first one, we have here the situational analysis. The first phase, analyzing the context, which the curriculum is developed. It includes a study of different curriculum sources, which is the student, society, and disciplines or subject matter. Careful examination of the different curriculum influences in an internal, external, or organizational that affects curriculum development. The second one is the selection of goals and the objectives. Prescribe the curriculum goals and objectives. Such features will be considered as a part of internal or external influences that will be studied in the situational analysis. The third one is development of curriculum standard. Takes place after the situational analysis and selection. The goal of the objectives. Develop a comprehensive set of content standard by examining various curriculum sources and influences. Secure teaching, input revise and improve standard as export, or to validate the standard and develop the final draft of standard, divided into content standard and the values standard and the skills standard.
The fourth one is the selection of content or subject area phase, where the developed curriculum standards are used to go to select subject or courses to be included in the curriculum. The fifth one is the selection and organization of learning experiences. Include selecting learning activities, organizing instructional plans, and selecting instructional materials to be used in implementing the curriculum. The sixth one is implementation. Involves the actual implementation of the curriculum by faculty member, and it's where the actual teaching and learning takes place. The last one is the evaluation, the final phase where the goals and objectives of the curriculum, including the design and selection of the curriculum elements, are evaluated. After all, the result of evaluation, the curriculum development process will go back to the situation analysis to examine the needs and include necessary changes and demands from the curriculum sources and influences.